Hello friends, welcome to Technique and you're watching the detailed camera review of the new Redmi Note 7 Pro. The Note 7 Pro is the latest offering from Xiaomi in India and it makes a global debut in India. It comes with good hardware along with this new Snapdragon 675 octa-core processor. It has an 48 megapixel dual AI camera along with a 13 megapixel selfie camera. So how does the camera on the Redmi Note 7 Pro performs? Let's find out in this detailed camera review. In terms of the camera hardware, it has a dual camera with 48 megapixel Sony IMX586 sensor with an aperture of f1.79. It uses professional 4-in-1 super pixel technology to combine 4 adjacent pixels into a single 1.6 micron large pixel with high resolution 12 megapixel photos. There is also a 5 megapixel shooter for depth sensing along with an LED flash included. On the front panel, the Note 7 Pro comes with a 13 megapixel selfie camera. It also has f2.0 aperture and screen flash included for low light selfies. So that's the camera hardware of the Redmi Note 7 Pro. Let's go straight into the camera samples. Now the camera interface of the Redmi Note 7 Pro is largely unchanged, but you do get a dedicated night mode and also 48 megapixel mode from the top settings. One thing we noticed was the camera interface was laggy and this could be a software issue which can be fixed. We expect Xiaomi to fix this before the first sale. Now let's go straight into the photos taken. In daylight conditions, the Redmi Note 7 Pro takes amazing photos. There is great amount of details in the photos and the color reproduction is pretty spot on. The phone takes pictures in 12 megapixel by default and for a phone in this segment, this is probably the best we have seen in terms of the details and clarity. There is also AI mode which when enabled detects the scene. The phone also supports Auto HDR mode which is the best option to go with. The dynamic range is very good and it resolves shadows very well. Now coming to the dedicated 48 megapixel mode which takes pictures in higher resolution and the file size is almost 15 MB. But it can get you excellent details and recommended if you really need that level of details. This mode can also be toggled from the Pro mode in the camera UI. Again, the photos have come great on Redmi Note 7 Pro and the 48 megapixel mode has a different watermark for images to identify it. The close-up shots have also come well with good details and sharpness levels. The color reproduction is also great on the phone. The f1.79 aperture creates good depth of field and it produces natural bokeh effect. Moving to the portrait mode, Xiaomi has already shown us that they have pioneered the portrait mode with phones like the Note 5 Pro and Note 6 Pro. The Redmi Note 7 Pro uses 5 megapixel sensor for edge detection for portraits. The portraits have come with great details, sharpness levels and edge detection is almost perfect. This is probably the best we have seen in this price segment. Also, you get a lot of additional effects in the portrait mode which we have seen in the Redmi Note 6 Pro as well. Now moving on to the low light photography. Here again the Redmi Note 7 Pro impresses us with good imaging abilities in low light conditions. The f1.79 aperture provides adequate details and colors are also good in low light captures. It is indeed worth noting that the noise is very low in the captures and hence it is again impressive performance by the Note 7 Pro. There is also a dedicated night mode on offer which takes around 2 to 3 seconds to capture the image. The night mode brings in a lot of details to the image and noise levels is also controlled. The night mode is definitely impressive on the Redmi Note 7 Pro and the Sony IMX586 sensor shows its real capabilities.
So this is the video sample taken using the rear camera on the Redmi Note 7 Pro. It has a 48 megapixel sensor. We are taking this video in 1080p resolution at 30 fps with electronic image stabilization enabled. So you can judge yourself how good the clarity of the video is and also the audio output from the rear facing camera on the Redmi Note 7 Pro. So this is the 4K Ultra HD video sample taken with the rear camera on the Redmi Note 7 Pro. It is able to capture at 4K at 30 FPS. So that's the sample we have taken. So you can judge yourself how good the clarity of the video is in 4K resolution.
The phone also offers slow motion recording at 1080p resolution and the quality is quite good. Finally, the selfie experience. The 13 megapixel f2.0 camera on the Redmi Note 7 Pro takes good selfies. It has good details on offer along with skin tones. Since selfies are more of a personal choice, we would leave it to your viewers to decide how good the experience is. Personally, we feel it's a slight downgrade from the 20 megapixel selfie camera which we saw on the Redmi Note 6 Pro. Selfies are not as sharp as the ones on the Redmi Note 6 Pro, nevertheless it does a good job. The low light selfie performance and with screen flash is again pretty decent, but you can still see some noise. The Note 7 Pro offers portrait mode for selfies, and here again it's a decent performance and edge detection misses out in some areas.
So this is the front facing camera sample taken with the Redmi Note 7 Pro. It comes with a 13 megapixel front camera, and this has been shot using the front camera, and you can judge yourself how good the clarity of the video is and also the audio output from the front camera on the Redmi Note 7 Pro.
So summing up, how good is the camera on the Redmi Note 7 Pro? Without doubt, the Redmi Note 7 Pro is currently the best camera smartphone below the 15K price segment in India. The rear camera with 48 megapixel sensor shines in almost all conditions, including excellent low light photography. The video recording is good and selfies are also quite good. The Redmi Note 5 Pro redefined the camera back in 2018, and now the Redmi Note 7 Pro does it again with a 48 megapixel sensor. If you're looking for a camera smartphone below the 15K price segment, without doubt the Note 7 Pro is the best we have now. So that's it for the camera review of the Redmi Note 7 Pro. So what do you think about the camera on the Redmi Note 7 Pro? Share in your thoughts in the comment section. Hope you enjoyed watching this video. This is Nirmal signing off. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.